welcome to the right place. If you're dreaming of transforming your small outdoor space into a creative rustic garden oasis using recycled materials, then you're in the perfect spot. Today, we're diving into 15 creative, charming, and eco-friendly DIY garden ideas that bring rustic charm to even the small spaces. Here on the right place, we believe that great design doesn't require a big budget, just a little imagination, a few old items, and the love of greenery. These ideas are perfect for anyone looking to upcycle and create something truly unique and full of personality. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on our creative, sustainable living tips and garden inspirations. Let's jump into 15 small garden ideas that turn trash into treasure, starting with a vintage ladder. One, vintage ladder plant stand. One of the simplest yet most visually impactful projects you can create is a vintage ladder plant stand. A worn, wooden ladder, perhaps one tucked away in your garage or shed, can become a vertical garden haven. Simply open the ladder, place wooden planks across the rungs, and you've created multi-tiered shelving perfect for a variety of potted plants. This upcycled piece brings authentic rustic charm to any small garden space while maximizing vertical space. By displaying your plants at different heights, you create a dynamic and eye-catching focal point. Herbs, succulents, and flowering plants all benefit from the natural sunlight that this elevated structure provides. You can enhance the aesthetic by painting the ladder with a weathered whitewash or leaving it as is for a true vintage look. Add hanging lanterns or trailing vines to complete the farmhouse vibe. This ladder garden idea proves that small gardens can have big character. 2. Burlap-wrapped flower pots. The next idea to elevate your rustic garden oasis is using burlap-wrapped flower pots. This budget-friendly project transforms ordinary plastic or clay pots into charming rustic pieces that blend beautifully with natural garden settings. All you need is burlap, twine, and a hot glue gun. By wrapping flower pots in burlap, you instantly soften their look while adding texture and warmth. This technique complements wood, metal, and stone elements commonly found in rustic gardens. You can wrap the entire pot or just the midsection, creating a banded effect for visual interest. To personalize your pots even further, try stenciling inspirational garden quotes or herb names directly onto the burlap. This little touch makes your garden not just a place of growth, but a space of expression and creativity perfect for small, cozy spaces where every detail counts. Three, rustic pallet bench. A rustic pallet bench is both a seating solution and a decorative feature for your garden. Reclaimed wooden pallets are easy to find and can be transformed into a sturdy and stylish bench with just a few tools and nails. This DIY bench is ideal for corners, patios, or nestled beside garden beds. The bench not only provides a practical place to sit and enjoy your oasis, but it also reinforces the rustic aesthetic with its weathered wood tones and hand-built charm. To add functionality, consider including a pallet backrest or hidden storage beneath the seat. Dress up your pallet bench with colorful cushions made from recycled fabrics, or drape a cozy throw across the back for an inviting look. This upcycled seating creates the perfect relaxation spot in your small garden while celebrating sustainability. 4. Elegant old chair planter. Have an old, broken chair lying around. Turn it into an elegant old chair planter. With the seat removed and replaced with a wire basket or cocoa liner, it becomes a one-of-a-kind flower display that adds height and character to your rustic garden. The distressed paint and vintage curves of an old chair contribute beautifully to a shabby chic or rustic aesthetic. You can even repaint it with pastel tones or chalk paint to match your garden's theme. Place it at a garden entrance or near a pathway for a stunning visual impact. 'Fill the planter with colorful blooms like petunias, pansies, or trailing ivy to create a cascading floral effect. This imaginative idea proves that no item is too old or too broken to find a new life in your garden oasis. Five. Wood crate tiered garden. Last but not least, let's build a wood crate tiered garden, an ideal project for gardeners short on space but big on style. Stack wooden crates in a staggered arrangement to create layers of planting surfaces. This vertical garden works perfectly against a wall or fence. Wood crates offer that raw, rustic appeal that fits seamlessly into any cottage or farmhouse-style garden. You can leave them natural or paint them in muted earthy tones. Fill the crates with herbs, annual flowers, or even small vegetables like lettuce or radishes. Each tier can be tailored for different plant needs, shade lovers on the bottom, sun seekers on top. You can even tuck in decorative accents like vintage watering cans or lanterns. With minimal space and recycled materials, you create a thriving green haven right outside your door. 6. Driftwood Garden Art. For a touch of natural elegance and artistic flair, Driftwood Garden Art is a perfect rustic addition to your small garden. Driftwood, with its weathered texture and organic shapes, can be turned into sculptures, plant hangers, or even fencing. Each piece tells a story, giving your garden an earthy, coastal vibe. You can arrange driftwood into abstract forms, mount them on walls, or stake them upright in flower beds as natural sculpture. For hanging decor, attach air plants or string lights to long, twisted pieces. The beauty of driftwood is its unpredictability. No two pieces are the same, ensuring your garden is uniquely yours. 'Driftwood art blends beautifully with rocks, succulents, and rustic metal features. This type of garden decoration not only upcycles natural debris, but also adds texture and movement to your outdoor space. It's a serene, creative way to bring both art and sustainability into your rustic garden. 7. Rustic Painted Wooden Box. The rustic painted wooden box is a versatile and easy-to-make garden feature that can serve as a planter, storage container, or even a small table. Old wooden boxes or crates, especially ones with patina or branding, can be upcycled with a splash of chalk or milk paint for that distressed, vintage look. Painting your wooden box in muted greens, whites, or blues will enhance its rustic appeal and make it stand out in a sea of greenery. Sanding the corners or using a dry brush technique gives it that aged, farmhouse finish. These boxes can be stacked, placed on benches, or set directly on the ground for a layered look. Whether filled with potted herbs, seasonal flowers, or gardening tools, these painted boxes make your small garden feel curated and personalized. It's a great way to introduce rustic textures while making use of salvaged wood and leftover paint, turning everyday items into functional charm. Eight, tin roof gazebo. If you're dreaming of a shady retreat within your small garden, the tin roof gazebo offers a bold rustic centerpiece using reclaimed materials. Old tin roofing sheets, paired with wooden beams or pallets, can create a cozy, weathered shelter that instantly transforms a basic garden into a rustic haven. The sound of rain tapping on the tin adds atmosphere, and the visual contrast between metal and wood gives your garden architectural appeal. This kind of structure works well in smaller gardens because it provides both function and visual interest without overwhelming the space. Adorn your gazebo with climbing plants, Edison string lights, or recycled fabric drapes for added charm. You'll have a private spot for sipping coffee, reading, or simply enjoying your green surroundings, proving even the smallest gardens can feature big rustic ideas. 9. Pallet privacy screen. For those who crave solitude in their garden oasis, a pallet privacy screen is a beautiful and resourceful solution. Using vertically placed wooden pallets, you can build a rustic partition that shields your garden from neighbors while doubling as a display wall for hanging plants or decor. Sand down the wood lightly for safety, but retain its rugged appearance for that authentic rustic feel. You can paint it with soft tones, stencil floral designs, or even let it weather naturally. The screen becomes a living wall when you hang flower pots, birdhouses, or lanterns across its panels. This recycled privacy screen isn't just practical, it's a feature piece. It defines your garden area, adds height and structure, and creates the feeling of a secluded, magical space. With minimal tools and effort, you'll elevate your small garden into a cozy, rustic retreat. Ten. Broken Pot Fairy Garden. Transform garden mishaps into something enchanting with a broken pot fairy garden. Instead of tossing cracked or shattered clay pots, repurpose them into miniature fairy landscapes using soil, moss, pebbles, and tiny figurines. It's the perfect rustic and whimsical touch for any garden nook. Layer the broken pieces inside a larger pot, creating steps or terraces for plants and decorations. Add little cottages, ladders, or fairy doors to give it a storybook feel. The worn, chipped edges of the clay enhance the rustic look and tell a tale of transformation. These mini fairy gardens are ideal for tight spaces, tabletops, or nestled under bushes. They invite curiosity, spark imagination, and showcase creative recycling. Plus, they're a fantastic way to involve kids or guests in your rustic garden journey. 11. Lantern Succulent Centerpiece. A truly eye-catching addition to any rustic garden is the lantern succulent centerpiece. Repurpose old lanterns, whether they're vintage metal, wood-framed, or glass-paneled, into mini succulent terrariums. These charming pieces make perfect table centerpieces or can be placed atop a crate or stump for a magical garden focal point. Simply remove any remaining hardware or glass. Fill the base with soil, pebbles, and an assortment of small succulents. These low-maintenance plants love the confined space and thrive with minimal watering. You can also add moss or miniature garden decorations to complete the look. 'What makes this rustic element shine is its mix of ruggedness and delicacy. The aged lantern frame contrasts beautifully with the vibrant greens and textures of the succulents. Whether you display just one or a trio, these recycled pieces add elegant, rustic personality to your small garden oasis. 12. Rustic garden signage. Another delightful and functional project is creating rustic garden signage. Reclaimed wood, old fence posts, or scrap boards can be turned into handcrafted garden signs that label herbs, welcome guests, or share inspirational quotes. The imperfect, weathered nature of the wood adds loads of character. You can hand paint words using stencils or freehand, adding decorative accents like arrows, leaves, or borders. Use outdoor acrylic paint or chalkboard finishes for a customizable touch. For even more rustic flair, nail the signs to tree stumps, hang them with rope, or attach them to rusted garden stakes. 'These signs do more than guide, they tell a story. Whether marking your herb haven or welcoming guests to your secret garden, these DIY elements contribute to the homey, reclaimed vibe that defines a rustic oasis. In a small garden, these little touches make a big impact. 13. Vintage wheelbarrow display. Give new life to old tools with a vintage wheelbarrow display. Rusted or worn-out wheelbarrows make incredible rustic planters. Simply fill the basin with soil, add a mix of flowers and greenery, and you have a mobile garden bed with timeless farmhouse appeal. Whether your wheelbarrow is metal or wooden, its aged look only enhances the aesthetic. Position it near a path or under a tree as a centerpiece. You can also tip it slightly to allow trailing plants or vines to spill naturally over the sides, adding a graceful flow to your display. Paint the wheelbarrow in muted tones or leave it raw and rustic either way. It's a stunning example of how old tools can become showpieces. This display adds vertical dimension and charm, proving that even weathered workhorses can find a second life in your garden retreat. 14. Farmhouse-style birdhouse. No rustic garden oasis is complete without a farmhouse-style birdhouse. These tiny structures not only support your local bird population, but also bring storybook charm and architectural interest to your outdoor space. Building or restoring a birdhouse can be a fun weekend project. Use old fence wood, reclaimed barn boards, or even scrap cabinetry to create your birdhouse. Add a pitched roof, distressed paint, and maybe even a small perch. Mount it on a post, hang it from a tree, or place it atop a rustic fence for instant charm. You can further personalize your birdhouse with carved designs, house numbers, or weather vanes for a classic farmhouse feel. Aside from attracting feathered friends, these houses bring whimsy and warmth, enriching the ambience of your small garden oasis. 15. Rustic outdoor fireplace. To truly transform your garden into a retreat, consider a rustic outdoor fireplace. Whether it's a small fire pit or a built-up stone structure, this feature turns your garden into a cozy year-round gathering place. Best of all, it can be made from reclaimed bricks, stones, or even old metal drums. A fireplace invites warmth, conversation, and evening ambience. Surround it with wooden benches or upcycled chairs, and you've got an instant outdoor living room. Adding logs, candles, or lanterns nearby emphasizes the rustic theme and makes it feel like a natural extension of the garden. Even in a small garden, a compact fire feature provides immense atmosphere. It encourages slow living, storytelling, and connection, key elements of any rustic oasis. It's not just functional, it's the glowing heart of your outdoor escape. Conclusion. Thank you for joining us today here on The Right Place as we explored these 15 beautiful and imaginative ways to create a creative rustic garden oasis with recycled materials. Every idea we've shared proves that small spaces and upcycled treasures can come together to build something truly magical. We hope this inspires you to pick up those forgotten objects lying around your home and turn them into something beautiful for your garden. Whether it's a ladder, a lantern, or a little broken pot, your outdoor space deserves personality and love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss more creative garden ideas from The Right Place. Your rustic dream garden starts with a little inspiration, and we're here to bring it every week. See you in the next video.